All right. It's Johnny Walker.
Well, we have a quorum.
Perfect. Okay, Mr. Sach, Mayor Sach, in your first meeting as mayor, would you lead us
Absolutely.
in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, now I'm afraid we're going to have to race through the meeting. As everybody knows, the natural disaster got in the way last week, and both Mayor Rosenberg and Mayor Pagano have to go to their own village meetings, and they were very kind to move earth and mountain to go have the meeting today at 5 o'clock. Now, and I'm also going to apologize to the public. We're going to actually go into executive section to kick things off. Actually, let me call the meeting to order, and then we'll go into executive session. I just want to discuss some litigation. But first of all, can I get a motion to bring the meeting to order?
So moved.
Okay.
Second?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Nowotnik, to call the roll.
Okay. Commissioner Brett is absent. Commissioner Salanitro also absent. Commissioner Rosenberg.
Yes.
Commissioner Pagano.
Yes.
Mayor Sach.
Yes.
Commissioner Carvin.
And just let me go on the record here, just welcoming Mayor Sach, congratulate him on his recent election. Right? Welcome back. He went away for a couple months to run for mayor, and congratulations. Job well done. Looking forward to working with you and continue to.
Thank you.
And with that being said, can I get a motion to go into executive session?
So moved. Second.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to go. I'm going to my office. Denise, you have your thanks. Did you come? Did you print out some presentations for us, Denise?
Yeah, you nice language.
Oh, by the way, progress and signature. See all the I did.
They're not the only.
Okay. Thanks, Mayor. I know you got to get going. So,
Yeah, I got about it.
yep, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whenever you got to go.
I'm good. We're up.
Mr. Sach, this is
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's
Sorry.
your chair now. Go on.
I know, I'm moving up. It's like I went from the kids' table to the grown-up table.
Right here,
Thanksgiving.
right here. Okay, we on? Good, Tom. All right, thanks very much. So can I get a motion to come out of executive session?
Yes. Okay.
Second?
Second.
Okay, terrific.
Aye. All in favor?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now, as a result of our discussion, we're going to need to hire counsel to move forward to defend the appeal. We've discussed it. It's Resolution Z. Any questions from the members of the board on the council?
On the motion?
On the motion to hire a town attorney at an hourly rate of $250, not to exceed $10,000 to file the appeal. And I think the judgment that was made was that to try and bring somebody else in new would be difficult. And we've got 30 days to file the appeal. We don't intend to have an extension. And so ultimately, I'd like to recommend that we hire Mr. Noto because I think it'll be awfully difficult. There's no legal technical to put this out to bid, but he's given us a very reasonable rate. His normal rate is $400.
You want a motion, Joe?
No, but can I just ask,
Sure.
the last time this came up, when Noto was first hired at the outset of the litigation, I think I abstained.
Yes.
And so now there's three people here. Can you pass this with 3 votes?
Well, we have a quorum,
Okay.
and the vote would be recorded as 3-0-1.
Okay. And it would pass.
And it would
okay,
pass.
good. So that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it was.
Excellent. We had the same question earlier. I was wondering the same thing.
Okay.
I believe it does. Mr. Noto's prepared to work on spec, and in worst case scenario, if it didn't work out, it doesn't. But I think we should.
I would have thought, and listen, I would want to pass this tonight, but I would have thought that we would need 4 votes. How many members are there?
No, it's a majority of those. It's a majority of those present. You're not a town council or a city council. You're a commission.
Oh, so we don't need. It's a majority of those.
Correct.
We don't need a majority
Correct.
of the total commission.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
And I hate to do this because
But you do need a quorum.
Yes, we have the quorum.
because I'm not even going to vote on this
Right.
resolution, but I'm
Yeah,
just
please.
looking at it, and in the first whereas paragraph, it says that Seaside Johnny's restaurant is located in Rye-Town Park and is under the jurisdiction of the Town of Rye and the Rye-Town Park Commission. I don't know what under the jurisdiction means. Certainly it's under, I think it's under the jurisdiction of the Rye-Town Park Commission.
Well, do you want us?
But I'm not sure if it's under the jurisdiction of the Town of Rye.
Sure. You want to, so that's fine.
So maybe we'll take that out.
So, hold on a minute. So, Caesar is located in Rye-Town Park, is under the jurisdiction of the Rye-Town Park Commission?
Yep.
Yep.
So we'll strike Town of Rye. And then,
Yep.
again, quibbling, but this might be important. The second whereas the Town of Rye requested and received a determination by a justice of the Supreme Court that the exemption was legitimate. I think what happened was the Town of Rye filed a summary judgment motion and prevailed on the motion. I don't know, that the exemption was legitimate.
Well, the judge ordered that the exemption be restored and that the funds be, any taxes paid be refunded.
Okay.
I mean, that's...
I would say I'd be more comfortable with the Town of Rye filed an Article 7 petition and filed a summary judgment motion and prevailed on the motion.
I don't...
Without getting into...
Sure. So just, give me that again?
Whereas the Town of Rye
Yep.
filed an Article 7
Yep.
petition.
Yep.
Wait. Where are you here?
Second whereas.
Okay.
Petition, yep.
And also a summary judgment motion.
Yep.
Okay.
And prevailed on the motion in the state Supreme Court.
Perfect.
On the amendment? Need a
Okay.
motion to amend?
Well, if we...
I think one more thing, in the
Sure.
third whereas, it says the City of Rye filed a notice of appeal indicating its intent to file an appeal, and did perfect its appeal on January 23rd.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Other than that, I think it's fine. And again,
Yep.
I apologize
No, that's
for
good.
quibbling, because I'm not even going to vote on this, but...
Where was I? Yep, perfect. Okay, so no, I think what I'll ask you, Mayor, if you could have the move to have the resolution approved as amended.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, can I get a second? Okay,
Okay.
just take the vote, please, Bishop.
Okay, hold on a second. And that was Mayor Rosenberg seconding?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Commissioner Rosenberg?
Yes.
Commissioner Pagano?
Yes?
Commissioner Sach?
Abstain.
Abstain. Commissioner Carvin?
Yes.
All right, 3-0-1.
Okay, terrific. All right, now we can start with our real business. We still have a team here. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of November 19th and December 17th? I guess we'll have the same problem.
I was here, I actually
you were
stood
there?
in for
you were,
more
okay.
bread on one of them.
Oh, good, okay. So we'll take them one at a time. Which one were you here for, Joe?
I was here for
November
November
19th.
19th.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve
So
the minutes? Okay, second?
Second.
Perfect. All in favor?
Yes.
Terrific. And can I get a motion to approve the minutes of December 17th?
I was not here at that meeting, Joe.
All right, we'll have to hold those over then, because it's
Oh,
just you and
okay.
me, I think, yeah?
Yep.
Let's hold those over.
Yep.
All right, good. Okay, appointments to the Rye-Town Park Commission. Let's get those done while we have everybody here. Mayor Sach, obviously, are you going to
I will.
represent yourself?
So from the City of Rye, the two members will be myself as mayor and Laura Brett as council member.
Terrific. And just I want to just take this opportunity to welcome you again.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And
It's good to be back.
good to have you back, and Councilwoman Brett as well, or Commissioner Brett, I guess. And again, I apologize to Commissioner Brett. She very much wanted to be here tonight. She works in New York City, and we moved this up to 5 o'clock so we could accommodate the other mayors. And remember, this is a snow day meeting, so otherwise she would have been here.
Okay,
And what about
have
I'm gonna
your own
appoint,
appointment?
I'm going to reappoint Commissioner Salnitro. And actually, did I see an email? Did we get horrible news about Mr.
Yes.
Salnitro?
Commissioner Salnitro's father passed away yesterday, and I think we forwarded the funeral arrangements to you.
What could you tell them what they are to the public? I know there are a number of people at home. Do you have those?
I
All right,
I didn't bring it with me.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
Well, we'll get it. Well, look, I just actually like to reappoint Commissioner Salnitro. He's been a terrific member on the board. I didn't know his father, but if Commissioner Salnitro is any reflection of his father, he must have been a great man. And if I could ask just the people here and the fellow commissioners to take a moment of silence to remember Mr. Salnitro. Thank you. Okay, I think that does it for the appointments. All right. Moving right along.
Let's see.
Do we want to?
The item that needs any kind of action perhaps is the capital committee update. Are you presenting anything?
And do we need to approve the amended?
You're looking for a release of...
Yes, I think we would like to get, I'm Sarah Yeagle with BFJ.
Please come on up. All right, there we go. Yep.
Good evening, Commission. Again, I'm Sarah Yeagle with BFJ Planning. Frank couldn't make it
Okay, we've got
tonight.
about 3 minutes.
All right, I'll be quick.
If you could tell us what you need from us,
Yes, I
because
think what we need
Mayor Pagano's been very
tonight
generous with his time.
is the approval to release the revised RFP. It was reviewed by the Capital Committee and Bishop, and we did incorporate changes based on their comments, and we would just like you to authorize us to
Let me call Mr.
distribute.
Tartaglia up as well, just if as much as anything, just to thank you for all your hard work. Everybody from the committee has been telling us that you've been doing a terrific job, and I presume you're recommending we did send it out as amended?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor.
Thank you very much. I really do want to thank you for all your hard work on this.
So I'm passing out revised copies of the RFP. We made one change from the version that I think you saw previously, and that
You let me
was
know when you need to vote, okay?
in response to comments we received from Bishop, moving the location of the overflow parking. So that now is correctly identified. The only other comment that Bishop had that we wanted to discuss with you is the dates for release and other key milestones, which where we have a release date on the RFP for January 31st. That is, I believe, Friday. It might be actually Friday. A site tour on March 14th with a submission deadline of April 4th. And I think I think that gives us enough time to do a release on all the town, the village, et cetera, websites, as well as we're going to post it on ULI, the Urban Land Institute. We also, in the packets I just handed out, there is a draft list of people we will be sending it out to. There's probably about 50 or 60 organizations, real estate organizations, developers, restaurateurs, caterers, you name it, they're on there. And we got a lot of great feedback and input from the committee. And I also wanted to mention and thank Dan for working with the Westchester Business Journal. And there was a great article on the RFP and the RFP process in the paper today. It's online, so anyone at home, I'd
It's in
look it
your
up.
packet, at the end of your packet.
Okay, well, let me do this. I want to talk about this in depth, but I did want to, can I get a motion to approve the release of the RFI, is it RFI?
RFP.
RFP, sorry, RFP as amended. Any questions or comments before we vote on it, please?
Supervisor Carvin, just a quick question. With respect to the dissolution study,
Yep.
there's no mention in the RFP about the potential dissolution of the town of Rye. So I'm just wondering, this question maybe really would be to you more than any of us up here. How would that factor in?
We did discuss that, I believe. I was not at the last committee meeting, but I believe that was discussed, and I think that's certainly something we need to be aware of and would really come into play when responses start to come in and we're working through selecting, putting together a list of selected respondents, and that's something that's going to have to be put on the table and working with legal counsel and Mr. Noto on how you structure a deal. Given that
My
circumstance.
expectation, though, is that it wouldn't really impact, given the time frame. When would we expect to have everything? And let's assume, for argument's sake, we find a wonderful participant, they love it, and everything went as good as possible. When would the whole thing be closed?
We're expecting to have bidder presentations in mid-June, so selections would come, I believe, we could probably a week or two after that, so it would be before.
And then, right, so, exactly. So, given the timing of this, because just again, if we were to dissolve the town,
The commission would...
you're stuck with me till January 2016.
Well, and if we wanted to do it this year, as we know...
Even in the best case scenario.
Yeah, in the best case scenario, we would have to have the legislation in this year's legislative session,
Right.
which ends in June anyway, so
Sure.
we would...
It'll definitely be a topic for conversation.
Yes, certainly.
And one of the many topics of conversation we'll have, but yes. So can I get a motion then to, any other questions before I put the motion forward to approve as amended?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Can I get would you call the vote, Bishop?
Okay. Commissioner Rosenberg?
Yes.
Commissioner Pagano?
Yes.
Commissioner Sach?
Yes.
Commissioner Carvin?
Yes. Okay, now we can ask questions. And Mayor Pagano, I really do appreciate, I know you have a meeting this evening.
Just
Whenever you have to run out, please.
Great, just one comment.
Yep.
On the distribution list, do you have the National Development Council by any chance, or potentially could they play a role here?
We can certainly add them and look into that.
The NDC? I saw National
National Realty.
Realty and Development Court. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if that's the
see that.
same one, though, Sarah.
Yeah, the National Realty, yeah, they're not. All right,
Okay.
we'll add the National Development.
I think
Yeah,
they'd be-
certainly if you are reviewing this list and you think there's anyone that you know of or any group or organization you know of that we've missed, please send us those names and we'll add them. I think that, we're going to release it on Friday, but we've got several months before, or a month and a half before the site tour. So I think we need to keep working on getting it out to as many people as possible. I think in
Great.
this instance, publicity is your best avenue.
To all of you at home, this is a huge, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Probably is one of the finest pieces of property in all Westchester. Any other questions? This looks like a pretty comprehensive list. I've never been through this before, but Mayor Pagano, you're in development. What do you think?
I think somebody's going to have a great opportunity in front of them, and God willing, the beneficiaries will be the town, city, and both the villages.
And again,
in Westchester, really.
and we won't waste people's time. The commission is fully committed to this process, fully committed to making sure that all the stakeholders benefit from this. But you come to us with your proposal, and we're not going to waste anybody's time. If it's a non-starter, we'll let you know within 24 hours. And if it's a starter, then we'll let you know that as well. We're fully prepared to work with you. This is something we're wholly committed to. I know everybody here on the board is fully committed to this, and we think it could be a real-world win-win.
Great. I think probably our next move is to get it to all of you or your respective municipalities. You can get it on your own websites.
Great.
Yep.
Bishop will give it the final version to Bishop. And,
Great.
Yep.
Then the very next thing I think would be get it on ULI and then start mailing it out.
Wonderful.
Either in email and hard copies to everyone on the list.
And could we organize? Well, look, anybody in the commission wants to. I can't remember. I'm sure you want to be on the committee looking at this, Mayor, and I certainly want to. And can we? I wouldn't mind organizing a bi-weekly or tri-weekly or one makes sense.
Coming in.
Just, circle back, even if it's a conference call,
Absolutely.
to sort of, get an update of where things are. This is obviously enormously important process to us. And, and I think we got a lot of expertise up here on the board to either side of me, and if we can tap into that expertise. And again, Mr. Tartaglia, I can't thank you enough for all your hard work. And, if there's things we can do to help you and you guys.
I think it could be very helpful as questions start to come in.
Right.
That we would want to probably run those by the committee and the commission and be able to respond fully to any questions that come in and then be fully prepared for the site tour on the 14th of
Well,
March.
maybe, if you could work with Mr. Tartaglia and the committee, maybe set up, and I know some of the commission members, when it makes sense to sit down and begin to talk about things, at least when you start, I guess you say, when the questions start to come in and interest and that kind of thing.
Yeah, great.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Mr. Supervisor?
Yes, please.
Thank you. I have a board meeting
What do you
to
have,
attend.
1 minute tonight?
Yeah,
You're
tonight.
snowing out or what?
We're snowed out. Thank you.
Well, listen, just keep reducing my taxes. That's all I want.
We're working on it.
Thanks,
So,
man.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I'll talk to you soon.
Good thing I can tell you. Anyway.
Your next item,
Can't be a Wednesday, so whatever the date was.
Tuesday. Let me get you going here.
Thanks.
You're all set on this side. You might want to just slide over a little bit.
Hopefully we'll almost be finished by then.
You know, watch a cartoon.
Okay.
So how's it going? Nothing but fun, right?
Yeah, well, you read the papers, right?
Well, I haven't actually seen the paper, no. No. Right, oh, is that, what happened today?
Open folder view files?
It'll take too long to explain.
Okay, it's all yours.
You went to school board.
All right.
You're a relative.
Okay, my name is Denise Kearse. I'm the membership director of the Scuba Sports Club. Sure.
Thanks.
There's not 2 days to go by.
I'm the membership director of the Scuba Sports Club of Westchester, and I'm here to introduce to you an event that we have every year called Northeast Divers Unite. It's an underwater and above water cleanup. This year we're going to have it on May 17th. We hope that the town of Rye would support us. Last year's Northeast Divers Unite event, we had it at Orchard Beach. We collected 2,200 pounds of trash. We had 200 volunteers join us, and over 50 sponsors help us to defray the cost of the event. This year, we've already been approved by Playland, and we hope that we can also get Rye Beach to join us. I'm with my club members, Michael D'Angelo, our dive coordinator, who I think left the room, and hi Mike, and Jim Sach is our web designer, and he's going to tell you more about the event.
I need you to down arrow.
Where's the down?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
All right, we're the Scuba Sports Club, as Denise mentioned. We've been in Westchester County since 1975, actually founded here in Westchester County. You can find out more about us on Twitter, Facebook. We have YouTube and also a website. If you hit the down arrow, please, Bishop.
Okay. That's what I'm doing.
Or the side arrow, maybe.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh, it's supposed to go automatically, maybe if you keep...
There you go.
Okay.
Hold it. I think we went too far.
No. All right, I'm obviously not the guy to do this.
All right, this is
Okay.
what we're going to be doing. We're calling this Northeast Divers Unite 2014 version. We want to do it in Rye Beach along with Playland Beach this year.
Is this the first time you've done this?
No. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions as I go along. Why? Because
Have you done this before us before?
many years ago,
Okay.
our club did it, probably over 10 years ago.
Okay. All right.
We want to clean up Rye beaches, Rye's beachfront and tile areas. We want to promote environmental awareness to your community, empower youth to make a difference
How do you do that?
by involving them in the cleanup.
Wonderful.
When we have the cleanup, we invite the public as
Do you charge for this, or is this?
No, this is...
No, it's all sponsored.
And when are you planning to do this?
May 17th.
This year?
Yes.
Well, look, I love it already. And,
Do you?
And yes, I do. And so, in fact, actually, I haven't even had a chance to talk to you. I know you guys, the city of Rye's just done a comprehensive sustainability study. Have you guys done that? And we're not anywhere near as green as we should be in Rye Town. So, Mr. Nowotnik, I'd like to use this as a trigger to help us become more environmentally aware and get the youth of the Rye Town community involved in this project. Get them out there helping you.
Great, that's what
So-
we're really...
so that was your- that
that's
was
the
your
kind of
intention all
support
along.
we're looking for.
I'm trying to take credit for it now. But
Not a problem.
Here's our
This-
summer photos.
So, yeah, this is some of our previous cleanups. This is from Orchard Beach last year. We've done Orchard Beach for the past 4 years, and now it's time. We're Westchester-based. We want to bring it back to Westchester County, back to
you don't
Rye.
teach people how to dive, do you?
No, we're just a local club.
Those will be the ones that are in the water are our master divers. These people,
Just the kind of groups that we had coming to our events.
they'll be here this year too.
Wow. Maritime cadets, where are they from?
The Bronx.
But I mean, what
SUNY
service?
Maritime?
I think it's a SUNY. Yeah.
Okay.
It's over by the Whitestone Bridge.
That's SUNY Maritime.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
This is a group we had come up from New York City. They're into recycle, environmental awareness. All young kids too. That's what was nice.
They were fabulous.
Why Rye? As we said, Westchester's our backyard. And we want to help preserve the largest estuary in the Northeast, which is Long Island Sound. And we did do this in September for International Beach Cleanup Day on a small scale, right behind Playland. We had 8 divers in the water, and they pulled out quite a bit of stuff. That was only one tiny section.
For like an hour.
Like about an hour. But we want to expand it to a couple different parts of the beach back there.
That was the Edith Reed Sanctuary area.
Right by there, yes. This is the garbage that was pulled out that one day. And as we said, we've done Orchard Beach for the past 4 years, New Rochelle, Hudson Park we did.
The abandoned lobster pots.
I mean, beach cleanups is something that our club really has been doing for decades. That was last year, total, over 2,000 pounds.
Wow.
That not only underwater, though, but that was also walking. You know, we have a lot of people walking the shores. It's not only divers.
Right.
And who do we have participating? Westchester and surrounding county residents. Actually, we've had people come from as far away as South Carolina.
Wow.
2 years ago. And this is basically certified divers and instructors helping us.
Beautiful.
We'll start at registration 8 in the morning, assign dive teams when everything's out of the water and off the shores. We weigh the trash, we separate out plastics and other recyclables. We have to record all our data for both Project Unaware and the Littoral Society. And after that, we like to have a participant thank you barbecue.
Have you reserved the pavilion for them?
Yeah, just a little more, Denise.
They had their picnic at Edith Reed Sanctuary last year.
You want to have
I'm
it
not sure.
at the park, or you want to do it at E3?
I think we prefer to have it at the pavilion, but Playland has also offered us the picnic area.
Okay.
So it's really...
You know, it's probably you guys would probably know better where it would be best for, people that are helping from your community too. And
So why don't you tell you wherever then we should get, as we get a little closer, we should plan some of this stuff.
Well, if they're doing a barbecue, I would think they would want to do it at Playland, because Playland is more convenient.
Yeah, and also, I think, tell me if I'm wrong, you had about 200 people last year?
Yes.
So it's a very large group, and it may actually be too large for our pavilion area.
Yeah, I think the picnic tables at Playland would be just fine.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Is the registration going to take place at Playland or at Rytown Park?
We're going to probably do it at Playland by the lake area, but we'll have a separate group of divers going to Rytown to do the underwater, because we feel that we walked your park, it's clean.
each section for divers going in the water, we're going to have registration tables, check-in times, check-out times.
And we're going to assign different clubs to different areas.
What we need help with
There's nothing paranormal.
is getting Rye residents involved, listing it on the website, events calendar, any newspaper, newsletter coverage. We would love to get the schools to participate.
Well, let me just understand, what are you going to have the kids doing?
Just walking the shores, picking up trash. We're going to be providing bags, gloves.
Well, we generally like to think that we have the in terms of just on-beach refuse and that kind of thing, generally it's pretty good. I don't know.
In the Playland area, from the rocks all the way around to the Reed Sanctuary, there's a lot to be cleaned up.
Okay.
And then maybe if we have as many people as we usually have, we'll scoot out to the Playland parking lot area. Hopefully we can get around the lake area. I don't know if they'll allow that, but we're going to try that. We are in touch with Reed Sanctuary, and we've already been approved by Playland.
We met them in our September cleanup from the Reed Sanctuary, and they actually do a pretty good job in their area. I guess they have...
How many people do you want?
I'm sorry?
How many kids would you like to get?
Whoever wants to be.
How many can you use? Last thing I want to drag them there on Saturday morning, you don't have something for them to do. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Do you want like 100? Do you want 50? Do you want 200?
I think if we could get 50 to 100, that would be great. I mean, the beaches really does spread out on both sides of Playland Beach.
Right. Because a lot of, the high schools have,
Community service
requirements and those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to promote a community of character initiative. So this fits nicely with some of that.
Yeah, you should definitely reach out to the school districts.
We can help you do that.
Yeah, we can help.
But when we were in September, there's quite a few people walked up, local residents, asked what we were doing, and, they were quite happy to see that we were there, and they actually grabbed some of our bags and gloves, and they went out and filled them up, too.
In terms of, would you just email me the presentation? But
yeah, I will. It's not working out that well here.
But we can, I think...
I have it online.
Good.
At our domain.
Okay.
So I'll email that to you guys.
Divers do you have as opposed to kids that are volunteering?
Well, we have beachcombing divers, and then we have water divers, the ones that are actually going to go in. I think, like 38 went in last year?
Yeah, it was in the high 30s.
Yeah.
I think it may be more this year, maybe closer to 50, but,
These are divers that are part of your organization that already know how to dive and...
Yes, they're all certified divers. Nobody goes in that's not certified.
Maybe we should come in with our canoe back from Greenwich.
That's right.
Well, we actually do have guys out there on kayaks providing some support, so be more than happy to have you guys out there too.
Yes. Right. The more people in the water and the more people that can take garbage from the divers and stuff while they're out there would be great.
May 17th, the water temperature is typically down there just around 60.
Well, 60, you're lucky you're 60.
I don't know when the Rye police boat goes in the water, but maybe you can just notify the police department just in case.
Yep.
So we have...
Yeah, we actually had them out there in Orchard Beach one time, and it's nice to just get that boat and the surrounding area too.
The county probably has a boat too, so I want to ask them.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, listen, as we get closer, why don't we do an organizational meeting? In fact, actually, maybe the next few weeks or something, so we can begin to approach the schools and those kinds of things. If we maybe just jointly develop a letter or newsletter.
Well, we'll get some media from these guys that we can tailor to the schools, and at that particular point should be fairly cut and dried in terms of making a presentation.
We'll have a nice PDF made up about the event, and hopefully we can get that in storefronts too.
Sure.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So I guess Denise will
exciting.
email Bishop the link to the presentation for you guys to see. And
fantastic.
Is it going to be Denise? Are you the
I am the organizational
we should deal with you
coordinator
as far as
along
all
with...
publicity.
I'm sorry?
So we should deal with you in terms of publicity and...
No, you'll probably be dealing with Ruth, who couldn't make it tonight. But yeah, any correspondent will go out to the main group of people that are organizing.
So Denise, your point people will be Bill and Bishop, basically.
Right.
Bishop and Bill will, he's the one if you could.
Terrific.
Thank you so much.
We will definitely have a list of things we're going to hopefully get.
Well, sooner the better. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. In fact, just as a follow-up, so you have a sustainability study, don't you?
We do. You want to see a copy?
Yeah.
I'll send you a copy.
Yeah, please. And you have a committee that developed that?
We do, yeah. They were kind of an ad hoc committee, but they're still in existence. If you wanted to send your people over to talk to our people.
Thank you.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
Because we had an environmentalist come talk to us, and he's interested in talking to some of the municipalities. I'd love to.
Yep.
If you guys had, but also
that'd be fun. We have an
the mayor-
environmental council, and it's funny that you mentioned it because we're going to be recasting that council as more of a sustainability council because we're right now investigating the installation of LED lighting throughout the village and all our street lights, and doing solar on the village buildings and stuff like that. So we're going to be
beautiful.
talking
we
about
have
that.
We have Mr. Nowotnik. This one, if I was going to do an autocritico, self-criticism, we haven't really focused as much probably as we should on some of this stuff. We don't have an environmental committee, at least.
No, we don't.
And so maybe we should try and create one and work with, I'd love to work with you, and I'll send you both an email in case you have interest in meeting with these. These are global experts, and they're trying to make green cities. This gentleman used to work at the UN, He's one of the leading.
That would be great if
He's
we
just
could
written
get
a book on
hooked in.
sustainability, and so he's coming in June. So I'm trying to set up a meeting. I'll forward you an email.
That'd be great.
If you guys are interested, I'll see if you can help us out. And in fact, there's a couple of groups that are big in New Bedford, Massachusetts, for some reason. Great. We haven't had comments from the public. Is there anything else? I think that's anything else, Bishop?
Well, you have your financial and operational report, et cetera, but you can...
Well, let's go to hear from the public.
If you like.
Because I know they've been... comments from the public? Please, Linda.
Linda Wells, Friends of Rytown Park. Hello.
Hi.
I'm sorry I'm late. I missed the... I find this proposal for the cleanup really interesting, and I don't know if maybe there should be a dialogue with us to see if we can lend a hand in any way. I don't know.
That would be wonderful. Yes.
So,
yes.
Maybe we can figure something out on that.
Or Bill, are you still coordinating with the Friends? Okay, so absolutely.
We may get a diver into the duck pond.
Sure. Sure. I just wanted to give you a quick update on one of the projects that we've been talking about, which is the replacement of the cement and wood benches that exist in the park. On the 17th of January, Bishop, Bill Lawyer, Clint Fye, Ann Muller, and myself toured the park to see where these benches are right now and do a little legwork in terms of determining, do we want to replace what we have now, and if so, in what position? And actually, the outcome was that we probably were looking to put in about 5 more benches than exist right now. Reposition some of them near the pavilions a little bit better to make them more user-friendly, space them a little more attractively and utilitarian-wise so that people can get to and from the benches without tripping over each other. And we ascertained that an 8-foot bench is really the way to go. It's just a few inches longer than what exists now, so the math seems to work really well to do an 8-foot bench. The next step would be for me to contact the rep from the bench manufacturing company that we're considering, to have them come on site, take a look at what we're looking to do, and give us some advice in terms of the method of installation that's required so that we can find out how much that's going to cost and come up with some kind of game plan to price donation monies appropriately to have one of these benches installed. And our hope actually is still to replace them all at once. See if we can get all of the money raised and do it as one installation program. There is an area of the beach along the graveled walkway that lines the beach itself, the walking path, that starts just behind Seaside Johnny's and goes all the way to the north end of the park. And there happen to be a couple of benches strategically placed right there opposite that beach entrance, which is probably the main access to and from the beach. And it's sorely in need of revamping. It's not such a matter of the benches being deteriorating, but the poles and retaining wall that are behind them are literally falling apart. So it's not just a matter of putting new benches in there. We talked about, maybe meeting with somebody who could give us some advice on regrading, replacing, and actually address that whole area in terms of maybe extending the paved area just a little bit to direct the runoff a little better, because we have water issues, as you know, along that walkway with natural drainage onto the lawn area. And it seems foolish at this point to start putting extra benches along the way if we need to do something in terms of regrading or something a little bit more extensive. But so the focus of the project at this point really is from the south entrance on Dearborn Avenue all the way to Seaside Johnny's. And within that framework, there are 24 benches that can be put in. It doesn't seem possible. I questioned that myself, but we actually counted. And then some of the thought was given to maybe recycling some of the existing benches and relocating them towards the shower areas where people would be inclined to need seating, functional seating. Doesn't need to be decorative seating, doesn't need to be a $2,000 bench. The cement benches are perfect for that. They can be hosed down, doesn't matter. And some of them are in still pretty good shape, so we can use some of those in a different way. It's not just a matter of scrapping them altogether.
Please, yes.
And that's basically it.
Hi, Linda, how are you?
Hi, good.
So I'm just trying to envision the benches that, you're replacing all benches in the park?
The cement foundation benches that are near the pavilions, up by the railing overlooking the beach where people tend to sit and just look.
Oh, by the rail there.
By the rail.
Okay.
And there are a lot of them.
Now, are any of those historic in nature that are part of the original Art Deco?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
Built by prior employees.
Okay, I can't even, I mean, I know they're there, but I can't even envision them, so,
Right.
With wooden,
okay.
Two cement
There's cement
standards.
supports,
Okay.
and then there are wooden slats for
Okay.
the seating.
I've got photos I could send.
That's okay, I'll take your word for it, but
And some of the cement work is just crumbling, like a lot of the cement work in the park because of age.
next question, you're not going to replace the benches that are like down the gravel pathway towards Playland, are
No,
you?
no, no.
Okay.
The teak benches that Friends have installed over
Right,
the years
that's
as
what I'm thinking.
ornamental
Yeah.
benches will stay.
Okay.
We're just looking at the more functional
Okay,
benches
sure.
that seem to
Good,
be seating areas for people.
because people might get upset if like their family bench.
Oh, no,
is,
no,
like,
no. Those are
all of a
gonna
sudden
stay where they
falling
are.
down. Okay.
Yeah.
As
No,
a
no,
matter
no.
of fact, if I could,
No, I just want to make sure.
there are about four
I
or
was at a
five.
vacation a few years ago. and-
Yeah, no,
About
exactly.
4 or 5 of these cement benches have already been dedicated and have plaques on them. We will transfer those plaques to the replacement bench
Oh,
that goes
all right, so
there.
if they've already been dedicated, you might want to just notify the person on the plaque so they don't get upset that it's not the same bench anymore. you know,
Absolutely.
just so they're aware.
Right.
Right, but still, okay.
And then we want to put a marketing plan together to actually advertise this to the communities and hopefully garner the money that we need to put these benches in. But I think it would be a huge improvement.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's an excellent idea.
Okay.
So if I give money, I can get my name on one of the benches?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we're hoping,
perpetuity.
we're hoping that
$2,000
families,
will do it.
families
Until
will
the next
pitch in, or neighborhoods that are close to the park will, neighbor to neighbor will pitch in. It doesn't have to be a singular thing, and it doesn't have to have a litany. I mean, there'll be a very limited number of words that will be going on these benches, so they'll be tastefully done and consistent.
Beautiful.
Say Rye Town, 1660 to 2014.
There you go.
15.
There you go.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay.
Thanks, Linda. Thanks again. Thanks very much for your help. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Did you want just the ramp? Did you want to say anything about the ramp or not?
Well, we just wanted the commission to understand that what we need really is we want a little bit of input from the commission on the ramp. There are 5 different styles. The Friends of Rytown Park have weighed in. They actually had an engineer overlook it.
So
and
I know you got to
discuss it at the
run.
next meeting
Yeah,
and move the
exactly.
full
Is it,
board
we need
Sure.
to really
Oh, no, you don't have to. We're not looking for action here. We
No
just want
problem.
to ask you your opinions here
All right,
because
so would you
this
just,
is a
first of
significant
all,
change.
send it to, send the fire options? No, you have that, so you have
It's in the packet. I've
It's
seen
in
it.
your packet.
Good, thank you so much, Mayor Rosenberg.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Thank you. You can make comment today. Sure. Good luck at your meeting tonight. And then, Mayor Sach, well, we can, what do we have? We have, I think we get our operations report, Mr. Joffrey, Terry. Bill, 5 minutes, 3 minutes? 1 minute?
What about the finances?
I'll
Well, it's operation and finances, I meant.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the finance
Okay.
side of it, just quickly. We had a rough year, obviously, with the
Weather.
missing on the holiday revenue, Memorial Day, 4th of July, even Labor Day wasn't so hot. But when you look at...
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
Yeah.
Our numbers are never good, so I
Right.
want a broad-based,
Well, they are unaudited.
I want a lot of disclaimers here.
Right, they
So
are
we had a net
unaudited.
operating loss of about $20,000 in spite of the bad weather,
Correct.
and we're looking after CapEx to spend $663,000?
Right, 60.
And my disclaimer is that it's going to be 80, or is that going to 63? Where's my?
You
could
could
be
be
100.
right. If you'll
Could it be 100?
I don't think so, no.
All right.
It'll be something south of 100, but we're not sure where
All
it is
right.
until the auditors weigh in.
That's pretty much where we are. Thank you, Bishop. I think the numbers are pretty self-explanatory, and again, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves because the numbers are still.
That's
okay.
correct.
Mr. Lawyer, can you do it in 2 minutes? All right, thank you.
It's like an Agatha Christie play, we're all done hearing it.
Okay, so you actually have in your packet, I think, the report. It's from December 14th through January 16th, organized by categories, and pretty much it's self-explanatory. I don't have anything earth-shattering to report on, but another thing that we're working on with the Friends of Rytown Park is the locator map that we plan to install in what we call the Message Center, which is that nice facility that was built by volunteers from Friends of Rytown Park. So we're working on that, meeting with the graphic artist, and hopefully we'll have that designed and ready to be installed by the spring. We've been able to work out a contract with the Pond Lake Connection people who have been doing our pond work for the last 2 years. We're actually getting a 10% discount this year.
Great.
And they're going to be doing the installation and maintenance of all the aerators. So basically, it'll be one person responsible for the whole mix.
Did everybody get a chance to public comment? Did you have anything for? No. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't cut somebody off. Sorry, Bill.
And I know we're also working, even though it's the off season. Our goal is to have the pricing all in place early in the year so that we can
have that for the next meeting?
Yeah, that'll probably be for the next meeting.
Yes, that's our plan.
All right,
so
the budget, as much as we can.
We will have a budget
and harder numbers in terms of where we ended up last year?
Yes.
All right.
So we want to get all this done now when it's quiet. As I reported, there's been, knock on wood, no major problems going on at the park, no major storm damage, and the company who's doing the maintenance is doing a good job of clearing out the path along the beach.
You guys got one more year before some private operator comes and scoops you guys up.
I don't think we're not holding our breath. So and we're.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I think those are the highlights that I wanted to report on. If you have any questions about anything in the report.
I think it's been pretty good. Report's very comprehensive. Bill, thanks for all your hard work. Fred, Terry, thanks for all your hard work, even in the off days. Again, I want to thank the Friends of Rytown Park for all their support, and I'd like to welcome one last time Mayor Sach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Looking forward to working with you.
Absolutely, same here.
Can I get a motion to bring the meeting to an end?
So moved.
I agree.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Just the two of us.